Unfortunately, we were messing around with just some dumb chemicals, and I was just unfortunate to be the one holding the 2-liter pop bottle filled with all these chemicals when it exploded. You know, I wanted to be a rock star, as many kids dream. You know, want to be a fireman or an astronaut or whatever. You know, I sort of just wanted to be a rock star. That's what pushed me as a young kid. You know, I grew up my hair really long. I remember always sitting in the living room watching whatever band my dad was having a rehearsal with, and just really enjoying it.
I was surrounded by musicians. You know, I had rehearsals and jam sessions, and there's a lot of great musicians that I work with to this day that remember when Oscar was born. So now they're playing gigs with him, which is amazing.
Actually, he never really pushed me to pursue music. He just was very accepting that I wanted to, on my own. I loved jazz music as a kid, but really, I say probably around 14, 15 is when I really started learning a thing or two about music. It's really quite a simple story. I was messing around with a friend, sort of midday, afternoon, sort of like a day like today, really nice out, a little cold because it was November. And yeah, unfortunately, we were messing around with just some dumb chemicals, and I was just unfortunate to be the one holding the 2-liter pop bottle filled with all these chemicals when it exploded.
You can't really describe what it is like to see your child in an ICU, in an emergency room. The first wave is, dizziness, and you feel like you're gonna faint, when that happened, and then there's just waves and waves and waves of thankfulness that, that he'd be okay, that he was gonna be blind, but he would be okay.
I went to go see some other specialists in Toronto, and they sort of looked at my eyes and said, it's going to be a lot longer before we can even start thinking about this kind of stuff. The two things that helped me with my music career after being blind is, for one, I wasn't playing as much video games, obviously, and two, I got a chance to go to the W. Ross School for the Blind and study music there for free with some great teachers. But it made no difference, in my love or passion or inclination to music at all. No one has ever really, looked at a piece of paper with music notation on it, not really knowing anything about music, and having a big epiphany. A lot of people inspire me musically to pursue a career. Musicians that I've got a chance to play with, my dad's a big one. All my friends at school, we're all studying the same thing, we're all studying the same music, and we're all sort of chasing the same kind of dream. What I love about music is, it's my music career is done when I'm done, right? Like there's not really going to be a point where I can't express any sort of music, right? Everyone goes through something in their life, that is, a lot of the times a lot more tragic than losing your vision. And just have to find what makes you happy and never stop doing it, really. There's no point overcomplicating things, just find what makes you happy and do that a lot, so you're happy a lot.